Stephan Hawkes here at Hawkes Studio with Guitar Tabs Daily. Today we're reviewing the Harley Benton EX-84. I'm going to be playing this shredder into this EVH-5150 50-watt 6L6 head into my 1976 Blackback 30-watt Marshall cab. Got the Brownie here doing voltage regulation, and as you can tell from the look of this thing, it's a shredder. It just looks, it's like a Explorer type shape. It's got all the black hardware. You got your EMG-81 in the bridge, which is obviously just a classic metal pickup, and it sounds great in this guitar. You got the EMG-60 in the neck, which the 8160 is obviously a classic combo for a reason. So these have a nice contrast. The low, gets real soupy and kind of, bluesier and fatter. And then for your just straight rhythm tones, the EMG-81 is, just always works. So, you got these knobs work super fast. They're super smooth, easy to dial in. Guitar is really, really well made. It has jumbo frets, kind of a bigger C-size neck, but you get used to playing it. It's not actually bigger. It just fills your hand out. So, and the fretboard feels great. I mean, I don't really understand. This guitar is like way too good at the price point that it's at. I mean, the pickups alone would cost almost, half of the entire guitar cost if you were to buy those separately. And this isn't some situation where you got some cheap version of the EMG-81 or some knockoff where they license the name. As you're going to hear, these are definitely real deal EMG pickups in a really sweet shredder guitar. Super playable neck, really comfortable finish, really even weight. I mean, I don't really even understand. Like, this guitar is awesome, and I'm going to shred it. So we're going to go to channel 3 here on the 5153, and I'm just going to play some shred sounds, and they sound really good. So yeah, I mean, that's stupid. I mean, the chug, I'm not really a metal or thrash guitar player. I mean, I play heavy music, but I'm more of like a rock guy. But like, the authenticity of the sound of those chugs is almost like comical. It's just got that bite and that like punch that's just like, that's just metal guy stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's such a like a classic sound that I just start playing like just thrash and chunk riffs and just start, and the sustain on it is great. And the thing is, I mean, you could probably tell when you're watching, but like, I don't know if it's the jumbo frets or what it is, but like, you can just reef on this thing and just bend it. And like, you never lose, the notes never kind of flatten out. They always just sort of stay true and come back. So like, it kind of just it just allows you to play like anything. It sounds exactly like I would expect a thrash or a metal guitar, to sound, and not at this price point. I don't know, like, I don't know. I mean, I know obviously the guitar matters, something, you can't just throw pickups in any old guitar, and it may not be identical, but the fact that this has the right pickups, I'm not hearing anything about this that doesn't sound like every killer metal guitar that a guy's brought into the studio over the years. Like, this doesn't like, oh, it's the metal thing, but it's like a budget-friendly version. I'm not hearing that at all. I've had a lot less fun playing a lot more expensive metal guitars than I'm having playing this one. I've played ESPs and nicer LTDs and Ibanez Prestiges and stuff that were like, they're great, but like, I don't know, I didn't let loose on them like I do this thing. So that's what that's that like that. I don't know. That's like either the neck or the jumbo frets. Like I got guitars, if I did that, like they have shorter frets or they're kind of older guitars. They won't do the straight like rubber band, like boingy. I don't know. Yeah, this is just like allowing me to be my like stupidest, just dumbest shredder guy, and like it's rewarding me for just doing all of the just ridiculous stuff that you should do if you're going to play one of these guitars. And what's crazy is that we just took this thing out of the box. I mean, this is literally this is on there because it just came out of a box. So like it came out of a box and it was in tune, which was weird. It had to have stuff taken off the headstock, which should have messed with the tuning. I don't know. It didn't. The guitar was in tune when it came out of the box. I'm just reefing on it, playing it here. It's still in tune. I'm being completely stupid and reckless. So you got a guitar with like a perfectly flat action out of the box, stays in tune, easy to play neck and fretboard, sounds exactly like it's supposed to, has the classic 81-60 combo. I mean, the only other combo of EMGs that I ever hear is like the 81 and the 85, but I feel like I hear most people wanting, especially nowadays, the EMG 81 and the 60 combo. So yeah, it's just like these knobs just feel so silky smooth. They're not too loose. They've just got that perfect, they're fast, but they're solid. Yeah, this guitar is just kind of crazy. I'm going to play the EMG 60 in the neck a little bit so you can hear some of those other tones and hear the difference, but it's going to be exactly what you're expecting. Yeah, so just, I mean, again, that set is a classic set for a reason. They work, you know, obviously as you go down to the lower, to the neck pickup position, you're going to get that soupy, cool low. And it's got, a little less gain, I guess. I mean, not really. I mean, technically a little less gain, but it's not like it's low gain. It just sounds really great and does the bluesier thing. And that's the thing. When you're doing metal music, there's a lot of crossover between like metal music and then kind of more bluesy or pentatonic stuff. And that gives you those sweet solo sounds and also sounds really good clean. So, I mean, that's the other thing. I know, obviously I'm not like the first person to say this, but, EMG 81s are actually a pretty fantastic clean pickup. I mean, over the years in the studio, like into my AC30 and stuff, I've had metal bands, we're doing a big metal concept album. And then we get to the cleans and they're like, oh, we got to reach for a Strat or like one of your things. And I'm always like, you might be surprised, because a lot of metal guys just don't have great clean channels on their amps. Therefore, they kind of just think their guitars don't do clean well. Some of the most like 3D ridiculous clean tones I ever got were like EMG 81s into an AC30, maybe add a little bit of chorus, and you just get these like liquidy 3D tones. So again, here we have an amp not known for its clean, although, it's not known to have a bad clean, but this is a 3-channel amp, also extremely affordable. And the cleans on it just sound great. And this sounds even better. Especially the 60. I mean, obviously there's something about that 60 that's just, it doesn't shred as hard, but it's just beautiful and, almost more of like single coil vibes, just in the sense of like when you think of a low position on a Strat or something, it just does that. Which this is not supposed to do. But that's not a bad clean. It's just for more rhythm stuff and... So yeah, you got an amp here that, most players can afford. It's not a particularly expensive amp. It's got a nice clean channel. It is a little better than you'd think, but it's nothing crazy. It's not a boutique clean channel. And it does that well. So yeah, it's kind of nuts. I mean, this guitar, the pickups alone would cost you about half as much as the guitar is worth. Everything on it plays super great. It absolutely just shreds. So it does the thing it's supposed to do. And it doesn't sound cheap or feel cheap at all. Like, it feels great. Yeah, if you're like a metal guy, other than maybe needing if you need the 24 frets, obviously, all right, maybe that'll be a problem because it's got 22 frets, which is most of my guitars do. But outside of that, if you're used to playing a guitar with EMG-81s and your guitar broke and you had some super nice guitar, I just can't imagine plugging this in and being like, oh, like it doesn't get my sound or the show's ruined. Like, this thing sounds like comically correct to me for what like a thrash metal EMG-81 guitar is supposed to sound like. And like I said, I've heard a lot of them that I wasn't immediately as drawn to that also were a lot less, playable. There's just something about the bend of those jumbo frets that just, it's just really inviting. And I played this thing for a lot longer before we started the video than most of the guitars. Not because I was just lost in like shredding and everything I was doing was landing and it feels really cool. So, and I'm not an 80s shred guy, nor am I like a modern metal guy per se. But yeah. The Harley Benton EX-84, crazy value. Really nothing negative to say about it. There's a billion people out there playing guitars with this exact same pickup configuration that cost a whole lot more. And this does not feel like a cheap guitar. It feels like a really, really juicy, nice guitar. All the neck, the feel, the frets, everything. I don't know how they did it, but they did. And if you're in need of a guitar or somebody I can't imagine getting one of these when I was a kid. All the guys I grew up with playing metal had the crappiest guitars ever. So the fact that a beginner could get one of these for this price is crazy. But also, this would sound as good for any professional that's already kind of doing the EMG metal thing. I think you'd be surprised how great it is.